This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Thank you, Patricia. Welcome to Daily Blast Live, everybody. It's Tuesday, August 11th. We're chugging along.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. Remember that? Remember
still
things?
happen.
I guess.
You make tacos at your home, but it's not the same.
No, it's not. It's just me eating alone.
My tacos taste like a black guy from Cleveland made them.
Is that good?
No.
No.
It's not my go-to.
I feel you. It's not. It's worse than a Jewish woman being like, "I got your tacos here."
Yeah, that's not appetizing.
No. I'm Tori here with Al, of course, and Stephanie joins us from home. Steph, how are you? Oh, you look like a Renaissance angel.
You know what? It's a miracle of sweet baby Jesus that I am here with you right now because I had a slight technical difficulty and the good old Lindsay Granger was about to swoop in and save the day, but I clawed it back and I'm here with you wonderful people.
All right.
I love seeing you. And
well, I say I clawed it back. Technically Sharon, our amazing goddess of DBL, whizzed me a new iPad and a new lead, and I'm here with you today.
Bravo,
so there we
Sharon.
go.
We love you, Sharon.
Morning.
Yes.
Bravo. She's wonderful. Great job. All right. Well, of course, we have gone a couple of weeks without discussing Lori Loughlin and Massimo Giannulli, so we have to. And they have purchased a $9.5 million home as they await sentencing.
That's their rock bottom.
That's their lowest. Right there. I feel bad for them. I'm being sarcastic, as they await sentencing in the college admissions scandal. So they downsized, air quotes, after selling their $19 million Bel Air mansion. Their new 12,000 square foot modern farmhouse is located in LA's exclusive Hidden Hills area. It has 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a chef's kitchen with marble counters, a walk-in wine cellar, a gym, and of course a movie theater. There is a pool, a spa, there's a fire pit in the backyard which overlooks the surrounding hills, and the couple will be sentenced on August 21st.
Why would they do that?
I know exactly why. You know why?
Tell me.
They need assets, and they need it to be solid, and housing and land in the hills is a good idea.
Thank you, real estate developer. So you're saying that it's good to have real estate in the Hollywood Hills? No, I got that. I'm like, they should be preparing for what's about to happen. They should move to the worst neighborhood they can find and start getting used to it. Yeah, it's a little weird, but I mean, reality's coming.
What do you think, Steph? Do you think that this was a smart move, a calculated move, or are they just kind of just still throwing money around?
Oh yeah, no. I don't think it's a case of that. I actually I thought it was rather interesting because their other home that they had was they actually had it listed for 38 mil when all the scandal was going. Then they had to lower it to like 28, obviously had a 0 no point offers, and then they actually ended up selling it for like 18.5 or 7 mil. So I reckon they're doing it because they need some sponduli, they need some cash flow, because who knows when they're going to be working again. Their reputations aren't the best. They've lost millions upon millions apparently on this other home, so I mean, it's not looking too good, is it? Although that house is not too shabby. I would like one of those one day for myself.
I do too.
Nice.
I think Martha Stewart showed us everybody wants a comeback story, so when they get out, they can write this.
But Martha Stewart didn't insult a lot of college athletes and college students that they took a place on. And guess what? I wonder if it comes with a rowing machine.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Shots fired.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you, everyone. Let's go to RuPaul, who has taken a break from social media. He has deleted his Twitter and his official Instagram account. Currently, he has no posts there. According to Page 6, RuPaul is done being scrutinized online. The article claims he was criticized for not engaging enough with the Black Lives Matter movement. He was also called out for not having enough diversity on his show RuPaul's Drag Race and for being rude to some of the contestants. Al, I need your take on this. Do you just sometimes need a break? Do you think he needed to speak up for the Black Lives Matter? What's your take on all this?
I think you can do what you want to do. Everybody has their platform, and they can do that. I mean, no one's asked for Rachel Ray to do that. I mean,
That's a great point.
I know that RuPaul is an African-American human being, but that doesn't mean that this is their cause. And I think a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of comedians that have said that they've gotten DMs from other comics saying, why don't you speak up about this issue or the Me Too issue? And they're like, I'm a goofy comic. What do I know? And so it's weird. We ask people to speak up, but then if they say something that's ill-informed, then they'll get, kind of shut down. I think it's okay to not speak on issues that you don't feel well-versed enough to do so. And if removing yourself, and Steph, I want your opinion, removing yourself from social media for a while is good for your mental health, I'm all for it.
Steph, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's healthy for everyone to do once in a while. And this, all of 2020, there's been so many different issues, campaigns, Black Lives Matter, COVID, everything that can be really overwhelming. And then obviously if that's then being targeted all back onto yourself and saying you're not doing enough and you are an influential figure, that's got to be really, really tough. And then having his show come out saying it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't diverse enough. I mean, people also do need to remember there's like a whole team behind the show. Like obviously you see me, Al and Tori sitting here right now, but we've got producers, we've got directors, we've got people that are like working literally from the early hours of the morning helping us to create and be part of this, right? So it's not just RuPaul. So I do think, I did feel for him on that. But like Al said, not everyone has to stand up for every single thing. And maybe he's tried and been torn down and just needs a break.
Yeah.
He's a human being at the end of the day.
Right. And what's weird is, like, why take shots at someone that really pushed forward the drag community and really put it in the spotlight? If anyone pushed forward that conversation, RuPaul as an advocate and an activist really pushed that whole movement. So it seems weird to take shots at someone like that, in my opinion, but everyone needs a break at some point. Break me off a piece of that.
Kit Kat
Yeah.
bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert Pattinson says he lied in order to secretly audition for the Batman. In an interview with the Irish Times, the Twilight actor said he had to duck out of filming the upcoming Christopher Nolan film, Tenet, which I'm desperate to see, in order to audition for the role. So he told the director he had, quote, a family emergency. But apparently he's not a very good liar, which makes me think he's not a good actor. Christopher picked up on the fib and said, "You're doing the Batman audition, aren't you?" Well, it worked out. Robert got the part. Steph, I didn't think he needed to audition. I thought they'd be like, let's go straight for Pattinson. I've never seen Twilight. I've never read Twilight. Is he a good actor? Is he good? I don't know him well as an actor.
I don't think he's, I wouldn't be like, he's blown my mind and, I can't get enough of him. But I wouldn't say he was bad either. But I think, for a lot of those roles, unless you're like Tom Cruise and you're already in the role of like Mission Impossible or whatever James Bond it may be, and it automatically rolls over to you, I think, if you're going to be the new Batman, you've got to audition, right? And I'm not going to lie, similar story happened to me when I came to DBL audition.
No.
I was meant to be doing a travel show in Greece, and the whole thing was signed, sealed, delivered. I was due to fly out, and my beloved John Ferreter, my old manager, was like, "Stephanie, don't get on the plane. You come into LA instead." And I had to tell a really big porcupine to come to that audition.
Well, it worked out.
I'm
Look,
so glad.
I understand that people will be like, "Oh, this is lying," but I think that most people, they say you should be looking for a job if you don't currently like the job you're in, or you know that it's about to end soon. So you don't wait till you're unemployed to do that. I think a lot of people are actively going out and seeking other jobs while they're currently employed. And if you got to lie to do that, as long as you got a roof, I'm sorry.
Did you think it was weird Pattinson had to audition for Batman? Didn't you think they would have been like, "Oh, it's for Pattinson"?
No, what? No one's ever like, "Oh, he's just in." Are you kidding me?
No, like, like they thought like it's going to be Clooney. Like they have a franchise in mind. You know what I mean?
And that was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So why would you do that?
Remember
I think you
the
want to
bat
audition.
suit?
How many stories do we hear, Tori and Steph, about people that went into an audition? They were like, "There's no way," but they go in and blow everybody away at the audition. So I think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm always going to be a Michael Keaton fan. Who's your Batman?
Nolan, definitely.
Nolan?
Christopher Nolan.
Oh, but who's your favorite Batman who played Batman?
Didn't he play Batman?
No, he's the director.
Well, who's the guy with the deep voice?
Oh, you mean Christian Bale?
Yes, Christian Bale.
I'm Batman.
Yes.
Steph, who's your Batman, real quick?
Never watched Batman.
Whoa.
How dare you?
Wow.
How dare you?
Wow. We'll talk about this
Tumbleweed.
after. So sad. All right, we got to give a big DBL shout out to Bindi Irwin. Bindi and her husband Chandler announced they're expecting a baby. They posed with this tiny zookeeper shirt. They're expecting their little wildlife warrior sometime next year. Mazel tov, which means congratulations, of course, to Bindi. What do you think Steve would be feeling right now? Proud? and excited, and I hope they name him after. I hope they name whatever it is, Stevie or maybe Steve. What do you think, Steph?
Oh, come on. Seriously? You want them to name the same name as her dad?
Yeah.
I mean,
is that bad?
No.
No?
I'm not a fan of this.
What do you think?
Like a middle name, maybe.
All right, it's too on the nose.
A middle name, possibly, if it's a boy. But like, what are they going to call a girl? Stevette?
No, Stevie.
Stevana?
I think Stevie's cute, no?
I like women with men's
Stevie?
names. I think a lot of guys do.
Yeah.
I think Robbie's a very cute name for a woman.
Do you think Robbie?
Robbie.
Huh.
Yeah.
Steph, are you in favor of Robbie?
No.
Stephanie, please don't go away.
I love her honesty.
Coming up on DBL, former UN ambassador Nikki Haley, calls out a company on social media. Should celebs and public figures really be doing that right now? And check out our studio. Most of our coworkers are working from home. During that pandemic, a big thank you to all of them. We'll be right back. Back to DBL. So what do you think about celebrities calling out companies on Twitter for poor service? Former UN ambassador Nikki Haley was not pleased by late deliveries by the popcorn factory, and she let the whole world know about it. Haley tweeted, "Okay, popcorn factory, 2 messed up birthday orders, missed delivery dates with no explanation. First time I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Second one tells me not to buy from you again. Hashtag disappointed nephew." In response, Popcorn Factory has apologized, but a lot of people think, look, this sort of behavior is entitlement at its worst, especially given the current situation at the U.S. Postal Service, which has eliminated overtime for workers. Actor Zach Braff tweeted, "Delayed meds and ballots okay, but don't bleep with my nephew's popcorn." Hashtag disappointed nephew to me is going to become a thing in the ages in which you remember this time in which not only are people dying, kids are dying, companies are dying, our postal service is dying, and you complained about your disappointed nephew. How out of touch do you have to be? I thought she was way better than this. I liked Nikki Haley, UN ambassador, governor, I believe, of North Carolina, Really liked her. I think, or South Carolina, I'll get a check on that. But I really liked Nikki Haley. Disappointed in this.
Yeah, it's just like, look, every place that you go into, every business says, please excuse our delay. We're dealing with a skeleton crew right now because of everything going on. You have no idea what's going on with this business or how many people. This might be a company of 7 people. You just don't know what's going on. And when you have that kind of platform, what you are automatically doing it, whether you mean it or not, is you are making sure that at least 1 or 2 extremists are they're going to get death threats. Legitimately. That's not pushing it over the top. We saw this with Lizzo, and she didn't instruct anybody, but when she had something to say to her DoorDash driver or something like that.
She complained on Twitter about it, and it kind of went it kind of exploded.
People found her name, and they went after her.
Yeah. Again, we are finding out, by the way, it is South Carolina, and it's owned by 1-800 Flowers, so it's a big company, but at this time, you can't complain about that stuff, Steph, or am I being too harsh?
No, I don't think you're being harsh. I mean, I'm going to be real. Have I done that in the past? Yeah, and I'm not going to lie and say I haven't, but it wasn't in COVID. It wasn't in COVID. It wasn't in a time where people are losing their jobs. And the delivery service, like, for instance, it was my brother's birthday, and I ordered his gift a month in advance, and it still was another 2 weeks late, so it was like 6 weeks. And, you know, you've just got to be understanding in these times and know that nothing's just going to be readily available on your doorstep. Everyone's having to make changes to their lives. You know, delivery, getting ingredients, like getting it shipped out to you, like the whole cleaning process and quarantining of items when they're getting shipped from different states. There's a lot to consider. And at the end of the day, it's not like it was an emergency, medical, desperately needed item. It was a bit of like popcorn, right?
Yeah, I mean, and Steph, who can make popcorn? I mean, that's such a rare item.
I know, wow, it's like
I mean,
gold.
Go to the store and put it in the microwave.
You can do it.
30 seconds.
You can do it. That's right. Coming up on DBL, an interior designer from Extreme Makeover Home Edition offers parents and grandparents great tips to transform spaces into what we're calling learning stations for kids as they go back to school virtually. Don't go away.
Ladies,
Welcome back to DBL. HGTV recently rebooted Extreme Makeover Home Edition, bringing on a new designer, Regan Jane. Stephanie caught up with her earlier in today's DBL Spotlight.
Good morning, Mayo family!
We're joined by Breegan Jane, one of the newest designers of HGTV's Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Breegan, I love this show. It's a makeover classic that's been rebooted earlier this year. So tell us, what's your design style and what was your favorite makeover of the show so far this year?
It was really hard to have a favorite because each story is so emotional and personal. And I would say that my design style always creep in with the mom tips and the family environments.
Well, a lot of us are spending way more time at home right now, so redecorating and fixing up the house has been all of our thing to do. So what's been the go-to summer makeover that you've seen a lot of people be pulling off at home?
I think every parent right now is getting ready for this back to school moment. And we're seeing that people are preparing for both traditional and non-traditional learning environments. So we are seeing a lot of purchases in the furnishing space and bookshelves, and people are really caring about that environment at home, and their dollars are showing it. PayPal actually did a recent study of K through 12 students as well as college students, and what we're seeing is people are spending more money preparing for both scenarios.
And I mean, you've got 2 boys, so I imagine your hands are completely full. So when you're not designing, you're busy looking after them, and you were just mentioning obviously everyone's getting ready to go back to school. So what would be your advice for other parents that are in the same position?
I think empowering your kids to be excited about their learning is an easy trick in sort of transforming your space. So for me with little boys, I brought everything down to a lower level. All the books, baskets on the floors, so they can take ownership of their tactile learning experiences and really just putting those creative markers and everything where they can reach them and sort of empower themselves. You know, we want flexibility too. I think as a mom, and everyone right now is trying to stretch their dollar to the max. I mean, it's really uncertain times right now. COVID-19. So what's interesting in this PayPal study is that we're also seeing credit cards, of course, are a preferred payment, but people are leaning into these like PayPal credit options where you can buy now and pay later.
Yeah, things that before, obviously before COVID, we would never have even thought we'd have needed to make a homeschool environment if that wasn't your learning choice for your child anyway. So it's incredible, and I thank you so much for our viewers for their advice for them, for the other mums out there. It's really kind. Thank you so much, Breegan. You've been amazing, and we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
to DBL. Have you ever been in a deep sleep and you wake up to your body suddenly moving like a jerk? Well, we're chatting about it in today's Rise and Thrive, sponsored by SoClean. They're called hypnic jerks, which can make you feel anxious and unable to fall back asleep. And experts say 60% of U.S. experience this. It happens when muscles move involuntarily as you transition from wakefulness to sleep. And it happens, parts of your nervous system are asleep, other parts are awake, and your nervous system controls your muscle movements, which is why your limbs sort of twitch and flail. Interesting. When it comes to sleep, for more ways to rest easy, go to SoClean.com or call 1-800-679-4182. It's also a really good insult, Steph. What a hypnic jerk.
I don't know, but it's really good.
I think it's a good insult. You don't think it's that good?
Steph, do you suffer from this?
What, the insult or the waking up?
No, the waking up.
The waking up.
Yeah, it's the worst. But mine tends to be more like, like either I feel like I'm falling and I'm like, ugh, or what I get it more over, to be honest, is if you've had a pizza for dinner and there's a couple of slices left and you're really paranoid that your brother or sister or partner or whatever has gone in the fridge and eaten the pizza, and I wake up and I panic, like, my pizza.
I get that too.
Pizza jerks.
Oh, there you go.
That's it. You get that too? You worry about food?
Yeah, well, yeah, because like if you have leftovers and you have plans for those leftovers, if somebody eats them, it's like your whole day's off now. So I completely understand where she's coming from.
You guys both hold a lot of value in those leftovers.
It's the worst.
I appreciate that. DBL is new every day. Learn something new every day. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Stay good, hypnic jerks.